hello fellow tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of Wall of Tanks, and today I bring you a game in my E-75. So, we're on a map, Redshire 1944. It's a standard battle with the top tier, only 4 tier 9s per side, which is very good matchmaking, only 1 artillery, which I'm very excited about. So, against conventional wisdom, I decided to go in a completely different direction on this map. Yes, as you noticed, usually everyone goes in the other direction, but I'm going in the opposite direction. That's because usually the heavy sector is 9 line and 0 line. That's where the heavy tanks are doing the battling, the fighting, you know. But I decided not to go there. You're probably gonna ask why. Why didn't I go in that direction? Being a top tier, being a heavy armored vehicle, I should be going there, right? Why am I going here? Well, if you guys pay attention at the beginning, and if you saw the teams on both sides and what kind of tanks each side had, I wonder whether you would make the same decision. The same decision as I did here. So the reason I'm here on this side of the map is because if you noticed at the beginning, the opposite team has a Mautian. As a top tier Mautian is extremely difficult to penetrate. It's a lot of armor. So you have to ask yourself one question. Where's that vehicle gonna go? When you think about it, the first thought is Mautian is going to 1 and 0 lines, because that's where heavy tanks go to brawl. And what I wanted to do, and what I thought about it at the beginning of the game, I wanted to take away that armor, that advantage from the opposing team, by not giving him opportunity to fight with me early in the game. So I basically decided that I'm gonna go to a weak area where the medium tanks usually go. Even though there's still a couple of T10s on this side, which I was actually surprised to see them. I thought they would go to the other side, but basically by coming here, what I'm doing is negating the opposition's advantage. I'm negating the fact that their armor is not gonna be here to fight me. Honestly, in the location that we are right now, over here, he's too slow to get to the battle in time. That was, in a nutshell, the basis of my decision. That's why I came here. I want to eliminate Mautian from the game early, basically making him vulnerable because of his speed. If he has nobody to fight, obviously his teammates are going to be much faster than him, and he's going to be left alone at the end. He's not even going to get to the battle. So as you can see on the map already, on the other side, there's 5 enemy heavy tanks. 3 of our heavy tanks went there. I think they were all tier 7s. I was expecting them to die. I knew they weren't gonna survive. But still, none of the tier 9s went there, which is great. They all came on this side. So we still have fair advantage on this side. So, what's been happening here though, and which happens a lot over the weekend, a lot of players just started dying. Everybody just keeps on dying. All of a sudden I looked at the scoreboard and we're down 3-6, 3-7. So at this point I was thinking, you know what, just try to get as much damage. And here I saw in the middle these guys pushing here. I'm a top tier E-75, really hard to pen. I'm a bully at this point. I have to bully these lower tiers right now to see if we can get some advantage back in the game, so we can take them down in numbers. And as you can see, we have a fantastic position on the map too, because we have kind of protection from both sides. Sometimes when you're low in numbers or when you're fighting on your own, it's good to be in a little valley like this because it does provide protection from every side. And you can concentrate only on one side of fighting instead of worrying where the shots are coming from. This is actually a very good position for me right now, for me and my friendlies. At this point I realized that the opposition is about to cross the field, so they won the other side and they started creeping out over to this side of the map. And there's a big wide open area that they're crossing right here, which gives me opportunity to get some shots on them. So I want to make sure I stay protected, so I'm using this rock in front of me as a cover. In the meantime, I'm going to try to put as many shots into them as possible. Now some of them were smart enough to back up and not expose themselves as this KV-3 is doing at this point. I think there was a E-75 there as well as a Russian medium tank. But unfortunately artillery started paying attention to me, so the artillery put a shot into me. And guys, check this out. Look at what's happening behind me at this point. There's a medium tank trying to flank me, but a teammate bails me out and takes him out. And I have to give props to a teammate with game attack, Brendan 322046. He's contributed to this game as much as I did. And you guys will see the stats at the end of the game as to what happened and what the two of us did in this game. Okay, no more shots on this side, so I turn around trying to go and help my teammates to deal with this KV-5, but unfortunately I took one shot in my back going over that little ridge there. And now you can see on the left side the Mautian finally shows up to the battle. And that was what I was talking about earlier, guys, trying to take Mautian out of the game. That's exactly what I did. I took him out of the game because he's not even in a battle. Unfortunately, we're getting flanked through the valley. E-75 puts a big juicy shot into my back. I turn around to deal with him, but obviously he's got higher health pool right now, so I can't take him out. I'm trying to get closer to him to minimize the distance and possibly face hug him, but teammates step up again and take him out. Fantastic. Brendan again. That's why this is not a individual game, guys. You always need teammates to help you out. And fantastic part about this game was that we actually stuck together, and Brendan stuck together with me so we can clean out this area here before we could proceed and close the game out. So the best scenario for us here was that the enemy team is going to start coming one by one so that we could start picking them out one by one, and that's exactly what happened. And right now, as you can see, there's only 3 tanks left, an artillery unit, Mautian obviously, and an IS. So right now I'm trying to get over the hill here, take out the IS, but it looks like our heavy tanks that are on K-line managed to take him out. So here you can see Mautian all isolated, surrounded. He can't do nothing, and that was the idea early when I was thinking about how this game was gonna turn out. This is what I was picturing in my head. One important lesson from this game, guys, is always protect your top tier heavies. No matter what the situation is, and you've seen what situation we're in earlier in the game, where the scores went crooked and we're losing 3-6, 3-7, but we still had our top tier tanks in the game. At this point, if you're a lower tier, you should always protect your top tier heavy. And that's what my teammates did in this game. They protected my butt, and that's why we were able to pull this off. Now the only question remains, who's gonna get the last kill? And the piggy goes down, and Rebel takes down the piggy. No, fantastic game, guys. Excellent game. And again, without teammates, guys that think and help you win, it would never come about, because this is not an individual game. Not the game of individuals. It's a team game. You have to play as a team. That's the only way to survive. Even good players, there's only so much they can do. But without support, they wouldn't be able to carry. And in this case, take a look at the post-game stats here. Brendan 322046. I don't know what that number stands for. He had over 5,000 damage, 5 kills. I had 5,800 damage, 5 kills. We basically cleaned up, both of us. 10 kills. Out of possible 15 kills, 10 kills were made by myself and Brendan. I just want to emphasize the teamwork, guys. Teamwork is very important. And another point I brought up is emphasize the fact that you need to protect your top tier heavies and keep them alive as long as possible. Another thing, pay attention at the beginning of the map to see what the distribution is. Where is the strength of your team? Where is the strength of the other team? If you have more mediums, obviously the strength is speed and agility. If you have more heavies, obviously the strength is the armor. But that will dictate where you want to go. The game is not as simple as saying, oh, if that's the situation, this is what you have to do. If that's the situation, that's what you have to do. You have to look at the situation differently every time. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed commentating it. Happy tanking. Until next time, Space Bandit checking out.